Good morning. Good evening. Today is Transgender Day of Remembrance Day. I'm a trans woman, as you know. I've been on YouTube many times. Called a Transgender Day of Remembrance is like this. What it is, millions of our trans women have been locked up in mental asylums, but going back in the 60s, I say, yeah. And I did some research. I found a lot of rock metal in the 60s and even in fifth, going back in the 20, 30, 40s, and 50s. Many of them were locked in mental asylum. And then another left there because they died their old age by the time and then that's it. Only got a mental asylum. If you died old age, you got out. That's it. Anyways, so enough with the past, but still, there are hundreds and thousands of people in our trans community have committed suicide in the past because the parent would not allow them to transition, or families disown them because they think they're devils in them, or religious groups or ban them from going attending service because they think there's a devil in them. Like the Catholics are very famous for that, believe it or not. Roman Catholics, they're famous for that, basically. So, it's not really funny. You want to look at this up and you think about it and you feel, about it. Guess what? I think of one thing. I do think about I am trans, and that sort of makes me think of those people who've been there before me, passed away. And, like, knows. And I looked at Hamilton. I feel like Hamilton lacks an activity for Trans Day of Remembrance. There's no activities here in Hamilton for LTBQ Day of Remembrance. I go there, looked online. The only activities I could find on this today, being today it's the 20th, Trans Day of Remembrance, is this. And nowhere? In Brewerton, Brantford, Six Nations, Brantford, great. But in Hamilton, nothing. Go to Toronto, 519, a lot of activities. Remember, Trans Day, remember. Now, this is really bad because of, number one, Hamilton seemed to be that. I mean, Hamilton 11 reported the trans person runs for a comfy seat. 11 didn't mention anything about her, and I know who that lady is. I can't mention she's not here with me right now, so I can't say anything on YouTube about her. Anyway, so that's pretty bad, And it's like Hamilton is seen to be this, two-sided, almost like a two-sided knife, a double-sided sword. One side of the sword, the trans people I just say showing all the beautiful rights and all that. Great, we can use lady woman room. What makes a trans woman? What makes a woman? Us, we have to, survive, and we day-to-day survival. Like we don't have anything in Hamilton like 519 Selborne, of course, in Hamilton because, well, about about 5 years ago, I looked at a building in Hamilton. Well, I'm thinking of that I say we're gonna buy it. I'm gonna purchase this building, and all that. And I was Hamilton. It was an old. Actually, I looked at it. I almost did, but I didn't buy it because Hamilton ignorance or trans people at the time made it impossible. They said, all that. Well, then I was talked to when about 5 years ago. I talked to Norman Pinky Lou Rec Center about doing a trans trip, and they turned around and said, no, they have to use the men's room. Can't you leave? This is ridiculous. But you know what? I totally gave up on that. I wanted to do that, and then a few other people had tried to get a transgendered place for a uni center for transgender people, but they get the staff run around. It's ridiculous. Oh, we can't do it. You got to put outside the township or worse that. And in some cases, you know, funny because I looked into late a month, 2 months back. I looked in with say Burton to see if they got any good programs out there. Yes, they do, but you have to live in say Burton to access these trans programs there, but that's ridiculous. So the only trans programs here in Hamilton are going to Willow Place or that clothing bank, and it's ridiculous because going to separate. That's for Hamilton trans people basically. There's very little here. I have to sometimes if I want to get information on stuff, I gotta go all the way out of the city, all the way into Toronto, 519 Southbound, just get information sometimes because it's not available. Or I will be go online to 519 and I'll get information online, but at the time I do get online here, it's like mostly Toronto related stuff, not Hamilton related stuff. Really, no one look at it later, forget it. I'll go to that Hamilton Trent LTBQ committee site in Hamilton. You can't, find it. You cannot get the thing yet. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about this dude, the Hamilton, great. I pass you a great that they have bathroom issue, but it's not so great when it comes down to it now. Still, I transition. Still, again, I'm a woman. I feel happy I'm a woman. No one, honestly, I look at myself today. I'm happy. I'm a woman now. Really happy about my whole transition. Would I get a willy? Maybe. Or would I not? Or would I get my willy? Would I get my vagina or not? I don't know. I've been sort of thinking, I have second thoughts about it recently because I haven't heard anything. If I worst case scenario is Mr. Ford turned around and take that away from people, then he did a out in public. You know what I would do? I'll have to go for appendectomy. The second that means I still have my male part there, but I won't have the ability to produce any testosterone after that surgery. GOT. They do call an appendectomy. It's calmly done. Done sometimes on done appendectomies on sex offenders. Sometimes keep them from assaulting females. Now they do them on trans women too, to help them transition better. For I take a testosterone, or I take estrogen blocker, hormone blocker, male hormone blocker. Do that first. You know why? It works very effectively. But if I were to do it, that they will, it won't be, if I were to do that, that's about the second one. Or number two, having whole entire thing below surgically removed and having a bottom, have my reefer lined up for I have to squat like a female piss, but I won't have a vagina or anything else. It'd be a big ugly thing below with a slot to piss, and that's it. That's something, these are things that am on my mind right about now, on my mind for the last couple of days, because I'm worried that Doug Ford gonna force something out and then he's gonna do it. And if he does, I'm thinking about getting these things surgery. I thought about those surgical procedures if I can't get the bottom surgery. But if we get the bottom surgery, have a vagina hole through, then I gotta dilate, and then that takes time. Then I have to, and the recovery is the longest. The maintenance, the recovery. My God, do you think I could in my life, this time of life, to do all that? Yeah, I probably could, but it's gonna be the recovery's gonna get to me. So I don't know. My answer to all these questions are: A, why do Hamilton know how to translate the amendment? Because there's so many ignorant people in city council. And the city council is great, but they don't have a lot of organizations here in Hamilton to help with people with our grant population. Hamilton, we used to have always thing called the well. The well went bankrupt. And sometimes, if I dig up things. The well went out of business, basically. The nonprofit charity or bankrupt covered a corporation, of course. We won home and we lost it all because nobody wanted, because people didn't know what they're doing, and then the organization folded basically. And I fought same for that organization actually folded because that's where I got the support from. All of a sudden it folded, there's no more support. There's no more people there. So we ended up not having the well anymore. So I went down to AIDS Network. If I got AIDS, I can get the support, transport, HIV. I can get the transport, but I don't have. So I can't get the support from the AIDS Network. I have to have AIDS to get the support, see? That's how, backwards Hamilton is sometimes. And that's why I'm hoping a person got in council to turn some of these things around and see it going. But, with the arrogance, elections, vote biological over non-biological, honestly, got me thinking too about next municipal election. I thought about running last time. I thought, could I do the job at hand if I won the election? I don't think I could. I probably could, but it'd be hard on me to do it because being in the Lake Arena every day of my life, I have no problem, and having to move again, I can't really do anymore. I get tired after a while moving. I think I moved in the city about quite a few times. First move I did was into 95 Hess, from a rooming house into a lodging home. First move I did. What is the second move? Can you guess? The second move happened like this. The second move took place. You know what that was? You want to really know or not? The second move I did was from 95 Hat to 500 McNabb Street North. And I was there. And there's another move I did in McNabb to where I am now. That's about 3 moves I did in over 20 years. Time. What does that tell me? How many times I move? I don't want to move. I'm getting tired. I'm not moving anymore. It just takes too much on you. Too much to, wow, anyways. Even so, but traveling home on Christmas one thing, but it is hard. It ain't easy being a trans woman. I enjoy being a female. It's like me being a woman was very good. Me making a decision to transition when I did was a good decision. I made the best decision of my life. And I fought this over and over and over and over and over again and again. And I realized, something? What do I got? What do I have? I have a lot more common sense now than I did, quite a few years ago. Common sense that seemed to, hey, but I still have that male-like mentality where I can look at something in an automobile and say, hey, that's not right. Or you gotta, like I heard the person there, in a car, and it was like, pushing on the gas. But the car had no power. And literally the engine would just go, like that. You can tell it, and I can hear it rattling. And I've been trying to, a person kept phoning, was suing an oil company for bad gas in the pumps here. And you know what happened was? I said, it's not your car, it's your catalytic converter. It's bad. You need a new catalytic converter. And they're very expensive little pieces to buy, believe it or not. And then that person ended up going to Speedy Muffler And one day bringing me riding a car with no power, put a pedal light going like this, and just getting to about 20 miles an hour now. And every time you get 20 miles an hour, the engine would just like literally would not. So and then it got to the point where this honey, what speed you must be went, but oh, guess what? Plug catalytic converter, completely plugged, nothing getting out of the manifold or the engine. All the exhaust were backing up in the motor. So they cut it off, a brand new $322 price of car. After the car got all this power like crazy, couldn't believe it. It moved. Oh my God. Couldn't believe it. Plug car like I told not to be used, and he didn't really leave it, so he ended up getting it done. It was so plugged up. I don't. How did you new converter a new exhaust system complete? That's a very expensive job indeed. Over $800 car repair. So I would just, what I say here, anything, but these are things I got. I still neckerize problem, and I would say, even here in this building I live in now, Queens Road, there was a hot water problem in here. And I sort of figured it out. I figured I did looked at one time when up with the security, I looked at the system up on the top of the building. And you know what I found? Yeah, there were a lot of storage tanks in the room. And it was a bad circulating pump, got tripping over a breaker, got blown out a breaker. And how been reset all the time. And I said, this pump blowing breaker out, and this is short, the pump needs to be replaced. And you know what? Oh, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Well, finally, I think who was it? A private contractor just came up there, looked, at certain up, what was it? A circulating pump was faulty. A faulty hot water circulating pump, causing no hot water the whole entire room. I would cut out, replace a brand new pump. As a matter of fact, the guy that came and looked at it was consulted with Stephen Lattimore on it. And Stephen Lattimore, it's a bad pump. And he replaced it, and guess what? Works beautiful. No hot water issues ever again. So there, things like that. Well, that's sort of my Mayo Street, but I don't try to get out of that type of pattern, because number one, I'm a woman. Number two, knowing these little things from being a man, from when I was a man, does help me in the feminization part of it. So being a woman has its advantages, a lot more advantage than that. If I was a man, I probably won't be keep my apartment clean as I have been keeping it. As you notice here, my apartment has been pretty clean, not dirty. As you notice how clean that is. Well, anyways, you notice that how clean the unit is. I've been keeping that clean. I've been very, very, very clean. I've been keeping my unit very clean indeed. I'm not letting it get like McNabb. I know I got December 14th last year, moved in here. And it's like an early Christmas gift to me. And that's really nice to see an early Christmas gift. So it's like I get clean, I have to treat it as an early Christmas gift. So it's don't feel this early Christmas gift. I couldn't ask getting where I got to one thing. Getting here and being here, a quiet building. I like it. Nobody bothers me here. A quiet and a pretty good building, honestly. It is a quiet building. Anyway, I'm going to say, today's Transgender Day Remembrance is quite the thing, but there ain't anything in Hamilton going with it. Well, anyways, I need to, that ridiculous. I want to, If I needed an event going to Brantford and Hamilton, Brantford and Toronto, nothing in Hamilton or Burlington, so, like the support, I could, I've been to AIDS network before. You can't get support unless it's a HIV, not the AIDS network here in Hamilton. That's pretty bad. Anyways, now we're going to let you go I'm going to say thank you for listening and have a wonderful and productive day. Blog over.